Alright, we're going to continue the hunt. I'm using a different team here. I've managed to catch a Ramfire, and I've evolved to a Monarch. So we're going to have 3 Inferno with these stage 3 Illuvials. See if we can one-shot everything with them. And we're doing the hunt. So more squizzes, more of everything, but we'll see what else we can find in the process. There, we'll jump into it. Let me share this. An Alfie. There's nothing we want here. I'm actually just going to escape this because I'm so close to the teleporter anyway. We're pretty much scanning everything except air. Air we'll jump into, because Squiz is air, or Laura. And so is the Mamu, I think he's called. The Mammoth. Should be the most efficient way to do this hunt. I did. That's annoying. There must have been a. Do I can go that way again? the silent morphopod that was on me. Just gone into this one. Yeah, I'll check it out. Just spend the rest of my energy and get back into a new one. Alright, we'll see how we go without consumables. Seven fire, 3 Inferno, 3 Phantom. I've got the Bulwarks and Mystic. The only problem is the Ramfire dying before I cast. Not bad, considering no consumables, and I probably actually could have... I didn't even pay attention to where I was placing. There's a Laura down there.
Got ya.
How many lures do I have? 12. Yeah, it's a lure. And a quinks. Foe. Yep.
Got it.
Russell, good morning, how are we? Got a bit of a new team today, and we're still just hunting those squizzes.
Got it.
11 entries, yeah. Hit 11? Yeah, just the squizzes that I need. I think the goal is 15. I don't know if that's realistic or not.
Got it.
Just think with the squizzes, I don't know if I've been quite lucky, or you will, like, you're bound to run into them eventually, given enough time. Because I seem to go forever without seeing any, and then all of a sudden I'll see like 2 or 3 within an hour or less. You've got one? Yeah, but how long have you been searching? I think they're rare enough where
Got it.
you could easily go like many hours without seeing any. Don't really need the lure just yet. It's about to get away.
Gotcha.
Ooh, close. 11 squizzes, yeah. We'll go into this one.
Let's get started.
1 entry, 3 hours. I suppose that I've gone through 3-hour periods with only finding 1 squiz as well. I've just had lucky periods, I think. Yeah, so I've seen 13 all up. Do I need him? How many? 13. So what, we'll just do this. Without consumables, and then if we win, I'll catch him. If not, we'll let him go. Good chance to test the build without consumables. Main problem I found is if my ramp fire doesn't get a mega off. It's not bad. No, they had a lot of hyper. Both the earth units and the water went hyper. I imagined to find 3 in 3 hours. Now haven't seen 1 in 4 hours straight. Far out. Oh, you managed to, yeah. Yeah, that's rough. But they can come quick. I mean, I'm pretty sure I found 2 in 1 encounter. Twice even. Not encounter, 1 run. Two air in there.
Gotcha.
Can we wonder if there's some kind of global time limit on capturing illuvials? Maybe once quota is filled, you won't see them till a reset. Yeah, it makes me wonder, yeah, if there's something like that, or there's something that ran away over there, or how harsh the bonding curve is. I think that's what they call it, the bonding curve. So I think they do become more rare as more people have caught them.
Got ya.
But surely that has to be like relative to other illuvials. Or is there some illuvials that another Mamu? What am I at? Still need, yeah, not gonna bother. Because they said that the bonding curve doesn't, it definitely doesn't, as far as I've heard, it doesn't let illuvials go to 0. That makes sense. You'll still always be able to find them, they'll just be more rare. There's 2 air in here, I'll just jump in.
Let's get started.
But on the extreme version, when they put out a hunting thing like this and everyone's catching squizzes, like I wonder how extreme that bonding curve gets. Nothing here I want, so I'll just test the team again without consumables. That's huge. 14k. No consumables. I also wonder if that bonding curve is region specific. I feel like it's not. I also wonder if they're gonna, like, someone commented and asked, like, where to find, I don't know if it was a squeeze or someone else, but like what parts of the region do these alluvials hang out in? And I didn't even consider that. I wonder if they're gonna make, obviously alluvials will be region specific, somewhat, but are they also going to be location specific within that region? I'm guessing that's a thing in Pokemon. Like in Crimson Waste, some alluvials will be found in the tunnels, some of them will be found in the desert. Some will be found in those crater type things. I don't think that's what they'll do.
Let's get started.
I've also been just escaping a lot of these. So I'll jump into the air encounters, and I'll just escape if there's nothing I need. I won't do that today because I'm testing this team. And then I'll scan everything else. I don't know how much more efficient that is than other tactics, but so usually I just exit this one, but we may as well play it out without consumables. Well, that was huge by the Monarch. Kind of feels like Inferno's doing a lot. I think it's 3% damage. I'll have a read next battle. Because I know they changed Inferno. Because they've added that we can now get 3 Inferno easily. An extra Illuvial Inferno.
Here we go.
Man, the Stoic Lynx with 7 fire does so much damage.
Got it. Let's get started.
I'm just missing the squiz of the Lynx, Laura, Mamu, and the Tatabe. Almost. What do I... Yeah, I still don't think it's worth catching. Maybe the Laura? But we not catch the Laura. I'll try to anyway. I won't use a Master Shard. I think I've got some... Use a Resplendent maybe. I don't know. 13 just seems unlucky, right? Lucky number 13. We'll try get the 15. It's 4 more squizzes though, it's kind of insane. Oh man. I wonder if they've said anything in Discord. Maybe I'll do a quick search. See if anyone's got any info out of the devs. Bonding. Okay, yeah, a lot of people were suggesting the bonding curve. Hitting a bit hard. Why did I come down here?
Got ya.
Do I know when the deadline is for us? That's a good question. I was just thinking that. I don't, I haven't checked. I'll have a quick look when I'm in a load screen.
Got it.
Whoops. Let's see. Was it 6:30 UTC? think it's like Saturday morning for us. Saturday 2 a.m. So basically all of Friday. Today and tomorrow. Grab the links. 0 links. If I understand the converter properly. So I think we're plus 6 hours from UTC. So that makes sense. One more decent, yeah, exactly. Depending on how poor the spawn rate feels.
Gotcha. Here we go.
Don't like my chances here with these gorillas. Oh no, should one-shot him. Nice. Man, the amount of 90% chances that I feel like I fail. not worth using a Master Shard. In fact, it hasn't even been worth using these. Hey, got him. 14. I wonder if they'll do a patch come open beta. And I wonder if that'll include a reset. Because surely they've got things they want to test. They'll 100% be doing patches, but I wonder if it'll come with a reset. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Wondering if they would turn on the Illuvial XP based system some stages in the future. Illuvial XP based system. What do you mean by that? I thought you were referring to, because I was thinking they I heard maybe they'll put in a system where you could kind of sync all your... Actually, maybe I'll build a Master Shard. Sync all your leftover Illuvials into another Illuvial to make it, to give it XP. That makes sense. You can kind of sacrifice them. Need more Hyperion. High level, yeah, because right now leveling doesn't increase stats. It's just purely for fusing. I mean, I feel like that's been the biggest complaint is around leveling. So I'm sure they've got either things they're already going to implement or they're listening and changing things. No, they're definitely making leveling feel better. You'll be able to like visually see your experience gained after each fight. But yeah, I think it would just feel better if they gained some kind of stats, but then it's a fair bit of balance, like it's a whole new thing for them to, because right now they're stage 1 and 2 and 3 are all balanced around each other with their current stats. So the gap between stage 1 and 3 will be huge if once leveling increases stats. But I suppose they could just smooth the differences out, right? So like a high level stage 1 is actually much closer to a stage 2, like a low level stage 2. Kidding me? One more. Level 60 Jotan will wreck a level... Yeah, exactly. That's what makes Pokemon feel so good, right? Or other games, leveling. I mean, because right now, they may as well just put a flat XP bar. Like, the leveling is almost just like a placeholder, it's completely meaningless. Boyo, how are we? Morning. Found many squizzes we've been trying into. We're just wondering if the bonding curve is starting to take effect and making them like even more rare. Yeah, 11. Well, I haven't found any today. Love to know if the bonding curve is region specific as well, because I think we've all been in Brightlands. Caught a phosphorus as well. Caught a phosphorus and a ramfire. Might actually use the phosphorus later. Try it out. Might be dead here. Nope. That's a good point. Does the bonding curve make them spawn less or being harder to capture? Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I assume spawn less. Because I imagine it's the purpose of like keeping the overall number and therefore value of the NFT, like not to have any alluvial just like be super saturated in the market if they're like the meta at the moment or something. I don't know. They said it would never go to zero though, so it's not a curve or algorithm that would ever make anything go to zero. Big Slow, how are we? Is it still too early to get to the airdrop campaign, guys? What's the deadline? No, there's no, it's definitely not. Is it still early to get in? Yeah, it's definitely still early. So if you were to get access now, I don't know if you have access now, but this first part of the airdrop is a fixed amount. But it opens up to everyone in about a week. I think less than a week. And then from that point on, that's like the biggest portion of the airdrop. So if you miss out on this first month, it doesn't really matter. But the next month will be airdrop points. So you could be there from day one. And it's just playtime as far as we know. But if you manage to get in right now, you'll get a fixed amount of 1 to 2 ILV.
Gotcha.
I'll jump into this one.
Here we go.
I got the access like a week ago. Well, yeah, just make sure you've played a minimum amount, which they haven't said, but we're just assuming there's a minimum amount that you have to play to get the fixed amount of airdrop tokens. So at least do a couple hours and like multiple runs, or even more to be safe. Or familiar. But yeah, as of a week when it hits open beta, there'll be like a dashboard and you'll actually have to earn airdrop points to get your share. But that's pretty decent, just this first airdrop. 1 to 2 ILVs, probably closer to 2 ILV. Which, depending on who you are and where you live and everything, that's a pretty significant amount. Alright, there's nothing here I want, so I'll just see how we go. Love your stream, you make the game look so good. Thanks, man, appreciate that. Really that much? Well, do you mean, boy, do you mean the 1 to 2 RV? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right? Like the map, there's 20k tokens, and there's a maximum of 20k participants. So that's 1 ILV, but I think only less than 10,000 have actually like used their access code. So let's say 10,000 participate, that's 2 ILV each. I mean, we could check, I'll check now. We can see how many unique, let's see, marketplace, Illuvials. We'll see right now there's only 4,500 owners, according to the Illuvidex, whatever that means. Owners of Illuvial, so I guess unique wallets. So that's actually, I don't know what's the math there, more than 2 ILV each. I thought the 20k was for testnet. Are you kidding me? That's what do you call it? Stage 2 version. Damn. The one time you're not going to be stoked to find that. Might as well scan it. don't know how to feel about that. I'll check actually, there might be a graphic. Maybe you're right, maybe there's an overlap between testnet. But they definitely said first phase. Well, I don't know, man. There's because it's 2 phases, right? So how would they, if it was 20k that overlapped with the open beta, how would they start calculating that? Either way, that's what most people are saying, that the 20k is just for this first
Got it.
phase. Close. We'll scan it. No riches.
Got it. Not like
Fuck.
this.
Yeah, I don't know. The Illuvium blog, they said the airdrop is #1 is 20k for the testnet phase of the... Okay. Yeah, I wonder how they calculate that then.
Got it.
I always thought phase 1 was the closed beta, and then phase 2 was open beta. But open beta will at some point be mainnet, not testnet. But this one I hadn't scanned. It's bugged out because I... They do say that the closed beta participants will get flat number of airdrop points, but don't know how that fits. So okay, maybe it's a flat number of airdrop points. The open testnet starts the 28th. Would not be a flat number. It says you'll get more points by playing across all 4 games. That actually probably makes more sense. Keep that the large airdrop phase portion for mainnet to incentivize people spending at the same time.
Got it.
Screw it, we'll just go into this one.
Let's get
Yeah, you're right. Just looking at the graphic. So flat airdrop points for this testnet. Closed beta. So we don't even know what the fixed airdrop points is for this phase. For testnet, so it might not even be that much. I don't need the Mamu. So the main net is the significant part, right? That makes more sense. I mean that might be a reason why people aren't that, like, I guess there's a portion of people that probably see that and go, well, we'll just wait to mainnet. Got 4 of them. I need another 3 squids to even get there. Yeah, it's not worth it. Well, I guess even so, if there's only less than 5k people playing now, I wonder how many more people will play the open beta testnet. It may not even be that many. You would think that most people that are interested have registered, and then if they've given out close to 20k emails, there probably will be a lot of people that do jump in just knowing it's free, you don't need to register or anything. A lot of people probably see register and wait for an email and don't even bother. And I know my email went to junk mail, so I don't know how many more people. Probably a lot of people that happened to as well, and they just don't think they've got an email yet. Or even if it doubles to 10k or even gets to 20k, that's still one IOV each, right? And you got to assume that of those 20k people, a lot of them wouldn't have had as many airdrop points. Yeah, it depends how much marketing they do for open beta as well. I assume they'll do a lot. Surely they'll release a trailer. I don't know if they'll release lore yet. And there's going to be updates to the game, you assume. But I don't know what the expectation will be. I mean, I think 20k people playing is quite a lot, considering it's... Like, a lot of those mobile games get 100k downloads. It's considered good. A lot of them get... Some have gotten a lot more, obviously. But that's mobile. And that's multi-accounting. So I think 20k people playing Overworld is pretty huge. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, it's not the easiest thing to farm like other airdrop campaigns where you probably got airdrop farmers with 100 mobile phones farming them all at once. Like you see those images in some of the Asian countries. It's like impossible to do with Illuvium. Jump in.
Let's get started.
Web 2 gamers might be harder to convince, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I guess it depends how viral the trailer goes and the lore goes. Potentially, people might look at it and jump in without even knowing it's Web 3. But I do like how Illuvium's kind of switched to not relying on that. So I think that's a mistake. Banking on web, going mainstream in web, just in gaming in general. Just capitalize on Web 3 and then anything else is a bonus. Just keep seeing if we can win without consumables. Oh yeah, they've got the download tonight, hey? Hopefully TSG's on. Oh, my round fire died. What do you think? Do you think they'll probably, the main marketing will probably hold off until mainnet, right? Especially if they've got a lot of game updates to come before then.
Gotcha.
Right, Nat, howdy, how are we? When is open beta? In less than a week. It's on the 28th, I think, so 5 to 6 days away. Yeah, less than a week.
Got it.
Expecting, yeah, for mainnet open beta, yeah, same. Every time I free fall like that, I feel like I'm get butterflies free falling in real life.
Got it.
Will we get to keep what we collected in closed beta? Yes. As far as we know, yeah. They have. That's what they've said. Well, they've at least said there's no plan to reset it. The only way I can see them resetting it is if there's a patch that they just can't get around resetting everything.
Got ya.
Which I think has happened in Overworld patches in the past, where they kind of didn't want to reset everything, but they had to. Got it.
Gotcha.
Might try a different region after this. There's a slight chance that the bonding curve is region specific. Change of scenery as well.
Gotcha.
Jump into this one.
Let's get started.
I don't have enough blockchain knowledge yet to see how they could do it. Oh yeah, of course. I forget this is on testnet. Yeah, I did hear someone say that they actually can't. Well, it might have been Aaron. I don't think they'd want it for marketing, but I mean... Or just like FUD. They just reset everything on a testnet. People start speculating they could do the same on a mainnet. Alright, again, we don't care if we lose because we've got a teleporter and I don't need anything here. So we'll just try and win with no consumables. I can get his Omega off. Nice. Omega. No. Damn. What am I hunting for? Squizzes. So you can see on the right there, I need... there's like a hunting challenge at the moment. So for every time you get all 5 of those Illuvials, you get 1 entrance into the like a raffle to win 4 ILV. There's 2 lots of 4 ILV you can win. But anything rare as well, I'll end up catching. So nothing's specific other than those. But yeah, the squiz is a tier 5, so very rare. And we suspect there's a bit of a bonding curve algorithm they use, so when certain alluvial is caught way more, it'll become more rare. Which is possibly what's happening here. The squiz is becoming way more harder to find.
Got it.
Yeah, they can't delete it, but they can point the server to a different address. Right, yeah, okay. So those do exist, they just must use a different testnet. I'm sure they won't want to do that. I mean, they're going to need practice or whatever, or methods to patch things without resets anyway.
Gotcha.
Is it Jacques? How are we? This is painful. Almost just want to let him go.
Got ya.
Oh, don't scan, don't scan. Oh no, I've got enough. I don't know how to work out how to... I haven't worked out how to cancel a scan yet. Oh, you found a squiz?
Gotcha. Got ya.
Just waiting on an encounter, if you're wondering why I'm leaving some of these. I'll answer that question in a second, Jack. I'll just finish this. Oh, whatever, I'll jump into this one.
Let's get started.
I don't think they'll reset, they'll want data on late game too, which will, yeah, exactly. Public testnet airdrop is based on playtime or important bug reporting now. I don't know about the bug reporting. Well, there's... I think it's just playtime. I don't know, I'd imagine when they're trying to decide that, they might lean towards people, like, it being counterproductive. If people found out the bug reporting, like, people might just put in, I guess, useless or multiple of the same bug reports, and then they'd need some kind of a system to like monitor if someone's doing that. I don't know. I'd imagine it's just playtime. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Once open beta hits, open beta testnet hits, we'll likely have a dashboard, right? So we'll be able to work it out ourselves if they don't tell us directly. I don't think they'll need to incentivize bug reporting to that degree. Oh, you did see a team member note airdrop is for important bug reports. So people just report. So they can't just report random bugs. So maybe if they... Yeah, but then how does that... Is it the first person to report it? Is it... Maybe it's just a... You just do, if you do report an important bug, you get extra airdrop points, but I can't imagine it would be more significant than just playtime. Boyo, where did you find the roaming squiz if you're still there? It was an official announcement, yeah. Well, kind of official. Guess depending on what kind of a team member it is. Should I try Abyssal Basin? You're on Brightlands as well, yeah. Surely it has the highest chance. I don't think the bonding curve will be region specific. Might try out my phosphorus next run. Low Markonite build. Just to change it up. So you just found one, so they're obviously still around. Unless yours was the last one.
Got ya.
Guessing the Bunnycove sort of has to be global. Yeah, I think so too. Will they open other regions for open beta? I'm pretty sure they won't. If anything, they'll close them. Or at least on mainnet, we'll start with one region, and globally we'll have to finish a certain quest or something like that, or do a certain amount of quests to unlock the next region. So I need one in there. I'll leave that one.
Gotcha. Got ya.
We're expecting the same three regions for open beta mainnet. We'll start with only one. Yeah, exactly. Maybe I've just hit the normal. Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just like trying not to deduce anything based off my past experience. This guy. Not this time.
Gotcha. Got ya. way. Got ya.
I need to buy a gaming laptop so I can play at the GF's house. Yeah, I'm actually considering buying a gaming laptop as well. It's kind of hard to justify, but definitely considering it. That's a good question. Will she let you? Well, that's why you started the YouTube channel, right? So you can just say you're working.
Gotcha.
Let's jump into this one.
Here we go.
She doesn't want to be single, yeah. I think my partner would ever play this, but she appreciates the artwork. I've got the teleporter down, so no harm in losing this. To be fair, it could be, yeah. It's only a half a joke, half kind of truth. I guess even without like a YouTube channel or streaming or anything, you're farming airdrop points, so that also counts. They're resplendent. Is there anything down here?
Got ya.
I think monkeys are going to be my come mainnet. Monkeys are going to be a priority for me. Seems like Berserk. They've always been at least decent every patch, and I don't think Berserkers is something that they're going to nerf to the ground. And they're easy to catch. And then you have Mud, like with the Gorilla, Apon, they're all tier 1 as well. The only problem is the Ripe Lance, tier 3. And then Mystic is always going to be hard. They are a team that kind of needs Mystic.
Gotcha.
So it's possibly smarter to focus on a team that doesn't need Mystic. You could always go Mud Mystic, your Ranger being Mystic. Mystic Mud. Arguably don't need 3 Berserker.
Got it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, couple grand on a laptop. That's the opportunity cost. You could just spend all that on fuel. Or whatever other Illuvium assets.
Got it. Let's get
Jump in.
started.
Deji. Most teams need Mystic, yeah. That's the problem. Spend it on SLV too. That's actually a good point. I mean, you could write the laptop off, but you'd have to be earning money to be able to write it off against. And that's... I don't know if Airdrop... I wonder if you can... No, I guess Airdrop farming... I don't know, does anyone pay tax on that anyway? We're meant to, right? But YouTube doesn't... I don't even know if Scoriox has really made good money off YouTube. It's more, as far as I'm aware of, like sponsorships and stuff. I'm actually going to catch this. I think I might have one, but just in case I don't. I actually might. I think this might actually be better on the Monarch. Let's pay attention to what I'm actually doing here. Oh, whatever, if he gets away, it's all good. Colossal Berserker might be a good start combo, yeah. Colossus Berserker, yeah, that was a good comp at some point. The Colossal units. Colossus, yeah, they're probably worth catching anyway. They'll always be relevant. Enchanter's one that doesn't need Mystic, although it still goes well with Mystic. Behemoth kind of needs Mystic. Yeah, I guess everything kind of needs Mystic. I guess a full fire team, but then you also need probably a Ramphy at least. Do I think ETH gets it? Yeah, I think so. It's tomorrow, isn't it? Is there another? Is it the end of this month as well? Isn't there like a week later? There's another chance. I don't know, all the signs seem to be exactly the same as the Bitcoin ETF. I guess my worry is, and I'm not going to trade this because I think it's riskier shorting or selling ETH, but as far as I'm aware, there's a lot of ETH in the Grayscale, is it Grayscale? ETF similar to the Bitcoin ETF that had heavy outflows because of the high fees, or they've just been locked up forever, and now that they can sell, they'll sell. But with Bitcoin, it was offset by heavy inflows. But you just worry that if ETH doesn't have that heavy inflows like Bitcoin did, then that sell pressure is actually like negative. I think there's, I don't know how many billion of dollars worth of, I think it's tens of billions worth of ETH. So I'm just repeating what other smart people have said. I don't really know what's going to happen. But I think my guess would be short-term downside, and then, but overall it won't matter. But you also wonder if there's a world where those institutes like ETH more than Bitcoin. Put me back to the teleporter. Given it's a tech that they can more understand rather than store a value or whatever. The ETF institute's dumping on their customers the second they can. It'd be diabolical, but no difference to stocks. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting how it all plays out. And they can't stake, right? Maybe that'll be like the super bullish catalyst when obviously the ETH ETFs will get approved first, but down the line they'll get approval to add staking. I assume those institutes and those big and whatever investors that are investing through the ETFs will be very attracted to that 4 to 8% yield or whatever the ETH staking gets to. But yeah, maybe ETH is something they can understand more than Bitcoin. Who knows? That'd be crazy if somehow it's actually higher inflows than Bitcoin. That's great. Let's try. Have a change of scenery. Apparently, will still take a few weeks, months to start. It won't be trading the next day like Bitcoin ETF. Oh, really? Well, that was my understanding with Bitcoin as well, that even right now, a lot of the inflows can't come in yet, or are still yet to come in. But I was surprised at how quick that started trading. So why is ETH different in terms of they won't be able to trade straight away? But you know what's crazy to me? How many months ago was it that... It wasn't that long ago ETH was at 4K. So even with this ETF almost locked in approval, we're still below ETH's price from, I think, not that long ago. It's just funny, the sentiment now is all bullish.
Gotcha.
It feels better than it did back then. Let's have a look. Yeah, March we hit 4K without the ETF. But yeah, ETH's now my biggest holding. The drawing's locked. I heard the SEC still want to classify ETH as a security. Yeah, can they after? If they approve an ETF? My understanding was that's like another big step in them just not being able to classify it as a security. But it is interesting there. You just wonder how much of it is political. With Trump saying, if you like crypto, vote for me or whatever, and then all of a sudden this gets pushed through pretty quickly. Maybe I'll scan this. It just showed me nothing. Yeah, 100% political.
I'll take it.
Some more regulatory hoop jumping that I couldn't understand. Yeah, same.
I'll use it.
In stage 2, is it good? Is it a good spot to level alluvials to stage 3? Yeah, 100%. It's probably the best. Hell Munchin. It's. I would level in stage 2. I did not say your name right, but yeah, level. Stage 3. Yeah, it's harder to use your flint cap, more likely to lose. You need other stronger alluvials that you don't want to level. At stage 2 you can kind of you can get away with just having the alluvials down that you are wanting to level.
Gotcha.
But the flint cap helps a lot. You don't think it'll pass tomorrow? I think the SEC regrets the Bitcoin ETF and we're basically forced to by the courts. Yeah. Don't they vote? Isn't there like, I saw the result of, isn't there like 4 of them or 3 of them, Gensler being one of them that vote? Or, I know with the Bitcoin one it was like 2 to 1 or 3 to 2 or whatever, like there was, it only kind of just got through. But yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine the ETF is something worth blocking this close to an election. In this close of an election. Given that it's not much to stand on in terms of denying the ETF. Wasn't there some other bill passed today?
Got it.
Any other illegals around here? Just scan. Gensler had the deciding vote. Think it'll take a few months. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Won't be upset if it goes through. Yeah, same. Don't think anyone will. Well, one error and a lure. Do I needed the lure? No. Let's go.
Here we go.
Yeah, a bill passed the House today, yeah. And wasn't it surprising that some of the very anti-crypto politicians actually voted in favour? Yeah, Fit 21, that bill. If I lose this, it's a free teleport. I got the heal per second, basically nullifying Inferno completely. Oh, it's only 2% health every second. Nice. I'm still gonna get through the Senate, right? Alright, I'm gonna try Phosphorus, and we'll go back to Brightlands. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to ETF gets approved, inflows are good, BlackRock doubles down on their tokenization, Trump gets in, and Illuvium's trailer and law is insane. It'd be nice. and the revenue numbers are huge, then we'll be very happy. Well, and interest rates drop would be another nice thing. Might already out of Hyperion. It's going to be a problem. I think I'm literally out of Ace. Three hours till I can claim more. That's right, I've got plenty of shards. I've got 4 master shards, yeah, I'm good. Alright, let's change this team. Probably keep those two. Phosphorus. Probably easy to scroll. 10k halfway. Lambo, yeah. It would be. Pretty sure I have a Malura. Probably one Arcanite. This is getting really expensive. Might just have to throw in some cheap tanks. What do you, Earth? I'm probably going to go Earth Ranger. I meant, yeah. That might be too expensive. Whatever, I can change it around. Who am I going to bond to? That's the question. So for Bloom, I'd need Scion. I don't even know if I can build it. 2 Rhodium. Gonna jump off. Really impressed with the Overworld commitment recently, mate. Thanks, Sir Jock. Appreciate you joining in. Okay, I think that'll be good. Sell a couple of the stage 2-3 Illuvials. Are they actually selling? I haven't actually. I don't think I've put anything on the market. Alright, let's go with that and see if that works the way I think it does in my head.
Yeah.
Sweet, let's try it out.
Here we go.
Any of you guys ever seen Helio agates? Is that the large? No, I haven't. Guessing that's the yellow large. Or? Yeah, now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I haven't. Damn. I need to downgrade these. Let's get rid of you, I can get to 5. 5 Earth. Can jump to the back. Is that a rogue? Yes. Alright, let's just test without consumables. Actually, I'll use... Just give him a little bit. No, they seem like they're missing. Surely would have seen one by now. Okay. About the heal per second. Heal per second plus a hyper stoic lens.
Gotcha.
There's 2 there, I'll just jump in and check what they are. Air and water. Probably lose this one again, but just keep testing. It's not what I wanted. I wanted to attack these. This feels way worse. If I get that attack damage and attack speed on the Scoriox, he'll be able to carry.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Got it. Let's get started.
Still no squizzes. Alright, my phosphorus should go hyper here. See if it makes a difference. Yeah, the physical resistance. Yeah, my Scoriox will go inside with 3 Arcanite. My Scoriox, as soon as I put the Gumbo drop on him, he's going to be huge. It's just rough trying to win without consumables. Oh, I'm out of fuel. Okay, I should be able to buy some. That's all my ETH left. I'll be able to claim half an ETH externally. Plus the Illuvium testnet ETH daily claim. Maybe I will try to sell stuff. It's only really because of this challenge though, because of all the Master Shards I've had to build. So much Hyperion.
Great. Got away.
Yeah, the master shards just chew through money here, I think. I haven't heard officially, but I think the consensus is that the Hyperion cost and usage is way off what they actually will adjust it to. The shards costing, it's a tough one. Like in terms of the, let me jump into this. Guess like their psychology around shards having a cost to them doesn't feel good. There's nothing that feels good about it. Whereas having a cost to travel, obviously, it's like a, I don't know how to say, it's like a positive spending. I'd almost rather shards be free or super cheap and put that price to travel. Because technically the price of shards is already built into the travel cost. Because it's a certain percent of the cost of the travel. Like I didn't actually expect the shards to cost money. I don't know why. I hadn't looked into it, but the only reason I can see it costing money is because they want Hyperion to have a use. Like if it wasn't for the fact that they needed Hyperion to have a sink, then I wonder if they would even have the shards as costing fuel. Okay, let's... Wow, but so many of these. Let's just see how the phosphorus can carry with one. Tried Crimson Waves for a change, didn't see much air. Yeah, that's the problem here. Considering you need to spend Krypton to access the level, spending on Hyperion seems a bit expensive. Yeah, exactly. And shards are not only costing Krypton to travel. Like they already cost Krypton indirectly. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Hyperion cost. Maybe they could add it to fusing. Maybe fusing costs a X amount of Hyperion. I don't know. Not an easy problem for them to solve. Getting attacked. But I guess it all feels different, right, when we're not, because we wouldn't be doing as many runs. So.
Gotcha.
Should have jumped into this one. Everyone was talking about the cost of traveling, now it's, yeah, cost of shards.
Got ya.
But it was always meant to be the 3 fuels would be part of the play. Yeah, I get that. And do they have to have them kind of equal? They want them equally as, what do you call it, like, equally as important, right? And valuable, because they don't want to favour, they don't want landholders complaining that their particular land has the least useful fuel. Is that a thing, or is that not a thing?
Here we go.
You have to do the several farming runs, which costs Krypton, just to get the shards, then pay Hyperion to make them. Feels like being taxed twice. Yeah, exactly. And then they're disposable as well. And with such a low hit rate, it's like extra feels bad when they miss. Because technically throwing a shard and missing the Illuvial costs Krypton. Because it's part of your energy expenditure for that run. So every time you miss an Illuvial with a shard, it's still costing Krypton as well. Man, this team sucks. I feel like I have to, like, let's try one more time without consumables. Stuff gets real expensive real quick, yeah. Price that real quick, yeah, exactly. I guess we'll wait and see. Maybe their testing is literally way off and they are changing it significantly. You're already focusing on Krypton on Hyperion on your land. Yeah, that's smart. I think this is the one problem with, well, not the one problem, but a big problem I found with it. Web3 games is that they kind of pigeonhole themselves into getting stuck with whatever NFTs they sold early, because they're like a huge group of investors, and then the FUD can spread so quickly. It's like, how much do you hinder what you want to do with the game to not make the NFT holders mad? I don't know if that's the case with Illuvium. It's probably used to some degree. But I know Gala sold, like a lot of NFTs they sold, once the game got closer to being delivered, it became very obvious that they hadn't actually They hadn't long-term planned out how this was going to work. They kind of just sold it with the first initial idea. I understand and thought the idea of pay-per-play each fuel was pretty cool, but I don't like it in practice. Yeah. Yeah, I hope it's... I don't know, I hope... Yeah, it's going to be... It's almost just a big experiment, isn't it? It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I hope it doesn't necessarily feel pay-per-play, if you know what I mean. I hope it feels like you might... There might be some kind of a starter pack or whatever that you get a chunk of fuel, of each fuel, and you just go through that, and it takes you a while to get through that as long as you don't spam stage 3s or 2s. So it doesn't feel as pay-per-play, if you know what I mean. It just feels, even though it technically is. I'm probably just going to hard lose this, but let's see. Here we go again. The plots that sell the cheapest are sold on, yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, that might be a good deal because you, like, surely if they plan on balancing it out, surely they're not going to keep Solon useless forever. Maybe they'll add Solon to fusing. Alright, this team sucks. I don't know, do I give it one more chance? I guess I don't need... Let me just change it up a little bit. Get rid of you. You can chuck in... Should maybe mix up there. Do this. Alright, we'll do a couple more. Alright, bear it back 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. You were thinking that too, the package? Yeah. If they do it anything like Gala, there'll be sales all the time. But I don't know, Illuvium doesn't seem to really be like that. Especially because it's meant to be dictated, the pricing's meant to be dictated by landholders, right?
Gotcha.
Or at least at some point. Jump into this one.
Here we go.
For some reason to craft more stuff, yeah. Crafting's just so expensive. Even like, not even regarding the Solon. It's just the amount of runs you have to do to farm. So I kind of feel like crafting might be neglected a bit, if it's anything like right now. Because it's almost neglected right now when it's free. Perfect. Now it's perfect. 3 Arcanite. So when they gain additional attack damage based off of Mega Power. When a Mega gain attack speed of 5 seconds. I'll start using consumables this time around, but just for this one, I won't. Wow, I never knew you could do that. Is that new? You press shift and see written resolve. Dodge chance. Cool. Where do you see what hyper gives them? Oh, it's here. Let's change that as well. Man, still lost that.
Got it. Got it.
It's the same with PP4. I also said the fuel will be the currency of other games as well, right? Be insane if we get that far to more games.
Got ya.
Skins meant to cost Solon as well? I assume they probably do, right?
Got it. Gotcha.
Did you bounty hunt? Yeah, you can see the counter on the bottom right. The dash there. I've got 11 so far, but I haven't found any squizzes today. That was all yesterday and the day before. So
Got ya.
I don't know if the squizzes have just like run out or this is normal. And I was just really lucky the first few days.
Got it.
Yeah, skins will be stolen also, that makes sense. Yeah, there's just 2 winners this time. Although there used to be 1. Or the previous ones, there's only been 1 winner. And the actual bounty is hard to get this time, so who knows how many participants there'll be.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 2's better than 1 than... Yeah, exactly. The previous times there was only 1. I don't know, I'd maybe prefer to see like just 1 ILV each split into 8. But I don't know, they obviously got their reasons. They know what they're doing.
Got ya.
Go 4 winners and 2 ILV. Yeah, I think that'll be better. I just joined PP4. What to do? What do you think prize airdrops will be in June or July? We were saying for the first 20k ILV is likely to be split up. At the moment there's only under 5,000 people that have qualified, but in a week it's opened up to everyone. But that's 5,000 out of 20,000 they've invited. So whether that means in open beta there might not be a lot of people, let's just assume it's around 20k. You could probably expect maybe 1 ILV, 1 to 2 ILV, give or take. No more than 2 ILV, I'd say. But if the numbers aren't super high, and then of those numbers you have a high amount of airdrop points compared to everyone else, who knows?
Got ya.
But I think 1 ILV out of the first 20k is reasonable. But if you just joined, I would suggest, yeah, at least doing the minimum amount. Almost thought that was a squiz in the background.
Got it.
The yellow tip here. Because this first closed beta is a fixed amount of airdrop points. So that should give you a solid amount if you participate in this first, like right now.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Here we go.
Oh, you're not asking how much, sorry, you're asking when. I think it's yet to be announced. It's... What do we make? Oh, squeeze, nice. Yeah, my guess would be 3 months after May. Oh, actually, it depends when it starts. But I think the latest is 3 months after the first month, maybe. So probably July, August, maybe. Hard to say. Let's not mess this up. Alright, Scoriox, it's on you. Maybe I'll go pure damage here. Have to make these two guys tanky. So chuck this here, why not? For the leaderboard, do you think more high score will be high prize? No, I don't think the leaderboard will have anything to do with it. At least not yet. And probably not in Overworld. If anything, the leaderboard in Arena will matter more. But I don't think in Overworld. Yeah, there's a dashboard / leaderboard for the airdrop coming soon, yeah. So much easier with the consumables. Yeah, I think you said every month you'll be able to claim your airdrop points. So honestly, it might not be come open beta, we will have the dashboard. So in a week. And then a month after that, we'll be able to claim our first airdrop point portion. And I think that that ILV claimed for that will be locked for 3 months. That's one possible scenario. Alright, so the squizzes exist. Two more, let's just wait on this because these quizzes are becoming much more rare. So you just play Overworld, yeah, pretty much, and Arena. Arena and Overworld, or PvP Arena and Overworld. Apparently if you report really important bugs, you can gain extra airdrop points for that. But that hasn't been said like officially, it's just been, I guess, rumoured by one of the devs in Discord.
Face piss!
Alright, I'll do one more. Still got 3 last shards. Let me see if I can claim this. Might have to do a stage 2. I can't. Alright, do a quick stage 2 and then we'll finish up. I think Arena already gets snapshot this week. What do you mean by that? I don't think there's the snapshots for Arena. I think Beyond there is. But that's a separate reward system, I think. If they don't get land right, they will never sell out at 80k. That's a good point. But I think the biggest part of getting land right is Overworld succeeding. Because no matter how perfect the systems are for land is, that if Overworld doesn't succeed, then it means nothing. I guess I'm of the opinion that landholders maybe don't know how much pleasing them involves indirectly, like not directly pleasing them. What I mean is if something feels bad in Overworld that can affect Overworld players just to please landholders, then that's actually going to hurt landholders.
Got it.
But I don't think they'll sell those other, do another land sale unless it's everything pops off. What's this guy doing?
Got ya.
They 100 will find a way to make it work, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if in their minds the revenue from selling another batch of land outweighs like it might be somewhat insignificant compared to the revenue the game can just generate.
Got it.
Who knows? I haven't been paying attention to land enough to really comment too much on it, but it was a great way to, or it is a great way for games to generate or kickstart their funding early.
Gotcha.
But I don't know how many have actually released more land or their land during, like after a game's already been released.
Got ya.
Next land sale could be 2 years, but yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I almost think it would have to come with another game, right? Like, priority would be another game release, and then they could sell the next batch of land based off the fact that there's confirmed a new game. So they could justify it by like, well, now we need extra land to, because the whole studio's expanded, more games.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they won't do it until, yeah, exactly. Like if current land isn't seen as a good investment or whatever, there's no way they'll do another land sale. It's not worth the FUD, right?
Got ya.
What are the odds of 2 tier 5s being in that encounter? Let that one go.
It's vanished. Gotcha.
What you feel on the success of Overworld after playing PP4 so far? Feel pretty optimistic, but I'm probably biased. Yeah, I feel the same way. Super optimistic. Possibly biased. But I think, for me, I don't know, I can't help but think at a minimum it'll make a lot of money. But not the way people maybe think. I think a lot of people want mass adoption and huge player numbers, but I don't know, I don't think it'll get huge numbers in terms of like the hundreds of thousands, but I don't think it needs to.
Got it.
Because I think most of us are thinking about how much we spend on the game, but crypto's a pretty crazy space in terms of people spending a lot of money. Well, gaming in general is, let alone Web3 gaming.
Got it.
I still think the biggest thing to come is the lore and the trailer. If they nail that, who knows what it could be. Or like the initial player numbers. Still tier 5 auction sale that can happen. Yeah, that's true. That still needs to happen, right?
Where has it been?
Screw it, I'll see what these are.
Let's get started.
Well, I think also, yeah, how do you find a success? I mean, the feedback I feel like's been huge. Even like people that usually FUD Illuvium aren't, they've been pretty silent. I think in general people's expectations are, it exceeded a lot of people's expectations. I think especially if you consider it a pack opener. Like if you're thinking of it as some massive open world monster hunter, maybe you'll be a little bit disappointed so far. Especially given there's no quest system or anything. But if you think of it as like a pack opener, or for what it is, what it actually is, it's incredible, I think. I think it's, yeah, beyond my expectation anyway. I don't think I need that Mamu. No. I reckon if there isn't automatic NFT rejection from Web 2 and there is some players willing to play that, and obviously consistent RevDiff buybacks, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. I think the fact that there's no... They didn't pre-sale the NFTs. I guess the land. But even when I go to a Web3 game and I hear that a certain amount of players have already got NFTs, I'm kind of like, am I already, it just gives you the feeling if you're behind already. Whereas with Illuvium, all the NFTs are caught in-game. So I think that'll turn less people away. Obviously there'll be still people that hear it's Web3 and get turned away, but I wonder how much that sentiment's changed as well. Like, you know, most Web 2 users know about Dr. Disrespect, and he's got his Web 3 game that a lot of other streamers have played and gave him good feedback. So maybe Web 3 NFTs aren't as kind of an instant barrier for people anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's wishful thinking. That's my worst fear, that Overworld is only a pack opener. Yeah. I guess it's kind of almost like a derogatory way of saying it, because it's kind of what it is. But if you say it like that, then it makes it sound bad. It makes it sound less than what it actually is. But for some people, that might be like a bullish way of hearing about it. I don't know. Well, I'm out of fuel, so I'm gonna finish up there. Let me just check my... Actually, I have one thing to fuse, I think. I know I've got a round fight. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Sometimes I wonder how many people actually like the game and how many holders of IRV and say they like the game. I know. Well, Dedge, I think there's 100% that. 100%, but I think given how many IRV holders still had negative feedback towards Arena at certain points, and we haven't seen that with Overworld. It obviously is biased, but it shows that there's just, the bias doesn't mean that negative feedback can't come in. Overworld needs a lot of free-to-play content. Yeah, there needs to be that balance of enough to bring people in to spend money that they maybe hadn't planned, or but they obviously can't go, it may not even be a good idea to go too far to free to play, because I guess it's not a free to play game. I don't know, for me they have a good balance at the moment. There's obviously a lot of ways they can make that free content better without giving more, if that makes sense. And I think stage ones are going to be such good value anyway. Like, it's going to be super cheap that it's such a micro transaction that it's almost free. I'm biased, but it's a decent game too. Got to grab you and get you while building something in game. Yeah, exactly. It's got that grab, yeah. That's what I think. Yeah, that's how I feel. I almost feel... I'm not someone that really spends much on games or ever... You know, most of the games I played have been free to play. But I strangely am looking forward to this being pay gated, because it means that everything you catch is more valuable. Which sounds weird. Like the pay gate will improve the game in some weird way. Yeah, I need more fuel. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys. I should be on tomorrow. If not, I'll have some videos to release. Yeah, definitely too easy to get tier 3 at the moment. Yeah. Well, I think even getting tier 1s will be exciting come mainnet. But anyway, I'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks again.